Hey guys, it's Mihaela Telecan from healingwithfoods.org, and I'm getting some sun for vitamin D, although it's nothing, no skin exposed because I'm too cold. Anyway, hopefully today my internet is better, and today I'm just picking your brain in some way. I am curious how many of you here following me and being part of my group, because I'm gonna share this inside my groups, actually go to live cooking shows or classes or workshops or watch cooking shows to learn how to prepare certain food items or food recipes. I had this, all the time people ask me, I give a recipe and then they get stuck. Oh, how do I actually make this? Especially when it comes to fermented foods, when it comes to the meat and bone stock, to make it so it really comes gel-like, or certain baked dessert goods or desserts. So I had this idea of creating virtual workshops where you sign up for a kind of like a cooking class, but you do it from your kitchen and I'm in my kitchen, and you can attend live if your schedule permits, which is of course ideal, or you just receive the recording of the class, but you participate that week when the class is delivered. You would sign up for, let's say, we want to make cashew cream cheese, right? It's a fermented food which is fantastic to re-inoculate and keep our gut continuously inoculated with beneficial microorganisms. We not only want to take probiotics, but we want to eat fermented foods. Many people cannot do dairy, so they can do yogurt and kefir. And some people feel intimidated, or they don't even like lacto-fermented vegetables like sauerkraut, for example, or green tomatoes or cucumbers, fermented, lacto-fermented. I'm not talking about the pickles that are made with vinegar, right? And cashew cheese is such a delicacy. So it provides with the ferments that we all need to keep our gut and immune system healthy, and it's a yummy food. Your kids would love it, you would love it. You can use it as a dip, to eat it with raw vegetables. You can put it on top of salads. You can thin it out and mix it as dressing on your salad or on cream soup for garnishing. You can put it on top of fish or burger. I often put it on top of my burger with salad and vegetables. So it's a very versatile food item. So this is just one example. So let's say you would be interested in attending this workshop. I would send you the list with the food items and kitchen tools you need in order to do that particular dish, and then I will have a live streaming going on that would be private to people that purchase the workshop, and you would do it alongside me if your time permits. If not, you just allocate the time to watch the recording and to do it later on, to follow along. So it's a guided recipe or a tutorial in a way, but because you sign up for a program, you get the ingredients ahead of time, you actually do it. Because what happens, we collect recipes, we collect menus and meal plans, and we don't actually make them or use them because we get busy and we just go to we drift, and we just do the things we normally do because it's easier, it's more comfortable. But when you pay for a class, for a workshop like this, you actually show up and you do it. So it adds variety to your diet, and oh, I see the lightning is so weird here on my face, only from one side. And it builds up your confidence in yourself, in your ability to cook, and it shows you that it's not so difficult. It doesn't have to take a long time. So that's the idea behind this virtual cooking workshops that I have in mind. In fact, I do have a class like that, but it's not a one-day workshop. It's more of a 5-day. It's Sprout to Heal, how to go from seeds to sprouts. That's already created. If you're interested to try that one before to see how it goes, if you like this format, then comment below. So anyway, if you're watching live, comment below, or if you're watching the recording, because I'm still coming back and checking here, comment with the hashtag workshops and or Sprout to Heal. If you already want to try, give a try to the Sprout to Heal. If you were thinking about sprouting and you were intimidated about the idea, you don't know how to do it, I have a structured program. Everything from buying the seeds and the sprouting jar, because it's done in a jar, with links where to buy. You don't have to search anything. All you do is just follow. Every day tells you what to do, and from the minute you have all the ingredients you need, then every day tells you how to proceed with your sprouts, with rinsing and all that, and you have a calendar and a system to follow through, so you don't the light, I don't like the light, how it shows on my face. One sec. Then here's not enough. Anyway, so you don't get, you actually do it. It's a 100 successful program. You implement it step by step, and you have sprouts in 5 days. So that's one that already exists, is available. If you are interested, comment below or send me a message, and I'll tell you more about it, or I can actually even come and post the link below. I don't remember how much it cost. I forgot. It's been a while since I even sold or promoted that class. But most of those workshops, in terms of price, they would go from $15 all the way to $97. Like if it's a 3-hour long recipe, that would be the more expensive one. Like the cake I posted the other day that I usually make for special occasions, like end of the year or birthdays. That, first of all, is a very special recipe. I never shared it with anybody. It's still in Romanian. I would have to actually translate it because it's a Romanian recipe, and it's time consuming, and you have to know how to make it. You really need someone to show you the process, because it's not easy to make. It takes about 3 hours from start to finish. That's why I don't make it more often than 3 times a year. But it's absolutely delicious. Then of course it's grain-free. I don't use sugar. I modified the recipe, and I use dates and honey to sweeten. So it's not low carb. Obviously it has carbohydrates, but they're coming from natural food sources. So it's high in protein, it's high in fiber. It's just a super yummy dessert. The kind of yummy that I feel like selling the recipe to so you can find it in gourmet restaurants. Anyway, I won't be doing that, but that's kind of the idea behind the virtual workshops, cooking workshops, because again, it's not enough to have the cookbook, it's not enough to have the recipe. You actually have to commit to doing it, and this is one sure way you do it. And I talked about this yesterday. It's how much are you willing to invest in yourself? Time, energy, and financial resources. You've got to put some skin in the game. Some way, shape, or form, you have to get committed. Commitment with things that press you from the outside. Sometimes you're pressed by, let's say, an event in your life, right? We want to go to a wedding and you really want to drop this 10 pounds so you fit in the dress and you look perfect for your own wedding or your kid's wedding, right? Sometimes it's a disease, it's a diagnosis that's pressing you. Sometimes it's the money you invest. Just don't think of oh my gosh, it costs so much, I'm gonna spend $15 for a recipe, basically, right? All you get is a recipe. It's not the recipe you get, it's the fact that you actually commit to yourself to go and do it. Just go to your library and see how many books you have that you bought and you didn't read, or how many cookbooks you have and how many recipes you actually did from the cookbooks. There are very few people that actually use the resources they have unless they have some form of accountability and commitment. So that was my rant, I guess, at the end of this question I have for you. So again, if you're watching live, comment. I've been talking about workshops, virtual cooking classes, if something that you would be interested. And I think I'm going to come and even post a poll just to see how many, because if nobody's interested, I'm not going to take the time to prepare those classes. Again, I have to prepare ahead of time so I can deliver a program that helps you go from A to Z, smooth and easy with no problems. If there is interest, I will definitely do it because I love it. In fact, it's the people that are part of the Transformation 10 program, they get that. It's like a bonus for them. Every week we workshop one recipe, and the reason I got this idea is because yesterday I was workshopping for them the cashew recipe. So I thought to myself, what a great thing actually to help people do little things just by taking small steps and building up confidence and believe in self that you actually can do it. And with someone's help, you follow through. It helps people then go and do bigger things, because little things amount to big things. You can't run a marathon unless you run 100 feet before and a mile before, and then it amounts to, I don't know, 28 miles or whatever a marathon is, right? You can't build a house unless you go from the foundation up. You can't make $1 million unless you make a penny and 100 and 1,000 before in the process. You can't lose 100 pounds unless you lose 1 pound at a time. You can't prepare with ease menus for you and your family unless you start with one meal at a time or with one recipe at a time. So what I'm here to do is to help you take the small steps that build on top of each other. And when you look back, here you are shopping, prepping meals. That's your new default. You don't have to think hard about it. You just do it with ease, with confidence. You lose the weight, you drop prescription drugs, you have the energy, you have less aches and pains, you're less swollen, no more headaches. I mean, the benefits are so many. You just have to start taking action. Okay, thanks for coming to another live video, for watching the recording. Share this. I'm gonna share it inside my groups as well, and share with your friends, and comment below #workshop if you're interested, so I know how many people are interested in this actually. And if you want to try the Sprout to Heal, hashtag in the comments below Sprout to Heal, or you can PM me, send me a private message on Messenger, or email me, or just tag me in a comment, and I'll be in touch with you. Have an awesome day. I love the sun here. I hope you're catching some sun, some nature time today. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.